Good morning. It's Tishrei 18, I think now. Third day, Hol Hamoed Sukkot, and just daven right at sunrise, 6:08. So it's this time of sunrise, and I was able to start my Shemona Esrei right at 6:08, which was amazing. I don't know if I've ever done that before, but certainly added to the way I connected to Hashem this morning. But that's a little bit of a digression, but only to set the stage of where I'm at in time and space. And I just wanted to reflect or a little bit of, tell you a little bit about what my reflections are this morning that I'd like to share. And they have to do with the incredible Hasgachah and the things that Hashem can have in store for us when we're willing to lean all the way in. Sometime in April, before Pesach, Ceci and I decided that we should try to go to Israel. That we'd seen enough. This seemed like the time to leave Dallas and go towards something better, something more. COVID just seemed to accelerate that, and we have many reasons for wanting to leave, and we've wanted to leave Dallas for Israel or Panama for quite some time. And so we became willing at Pesach time to do anything that Hashem wanted, including leaving with next to nothing if we had to. And I went through the process of preliminary applications with Nefesh B'Nefesh to go to Israel, and especially during COVID times, it became just prohibitively difficult to complete that process for all of our family members, including the fact that our two sons' passports were set to expire, and they have to be new passports, because any minor passports that expire, you have to get a new passport. So I had the idea that maybe Panama would be a better, easier, lower bar to entry and to leaving, and so I began the research of doing that. And the mountains that we had to climb and the different things that we had to do included working with the Panamanian consulate in Houston, and an amazing man named oh my gosh, I'm forgetting his name right now. It's terrible. Jaime. Anyway, I may have to and Senator Ted Cruz's office to help us with passports. Ceci is a repatriating citizen of Panama, and bringing all her family with her. So we had to drive down to Houston, get some documents generated, signed, and then had to work with Senator Ted Cruz's office over a period of a month to get both of our sons' passports renewed and overnighted to us and expedited through the State Department. It was a harrowing experience in many ways. And then once we flew to Miami and came to the ticket counter at Copa Airlines to check in and board, there were issues, and we missed our flight. Luckily, there was a flight later that day, and there was no change fee or problems with putting us on the later flight. But I had to go to the company that that tested us for COVID in Dallas and get different documents that would satisfy the Panamanian government to let us in, to show the kind of test that we had, and et cetera, in the email. And I was able to do that. And then we had to get in touch with the consulate, because they were having some issues in allowing us to board because of our, they just never admitted anybody in the COVID time since reopening, because they just reopened only for residents and citizens. And the fact that we had in our party non-citizens who were coming with Ceci my wife, all conspired to have them hold back and not admit us there. So we had to get in touch with the consulate in an awful hurry, and luckily I had the consul's email address, and he called me, and he was able to call the Panamanian government on our behalf, and the Department of Immigration, the head of immigration, and then all of a sudden the Copa Airlines got a phone call that we were clear, and they let us on board. It was it was harrowing. Anyway, the reason I say all that is just to illustrate how, if we go all in, the doors closed up on us from behind. It was almost like some kind of, spy thriller or movie where you see everything crashing down behind you. There's nowhere to turn back, and like Nachshon and the Yamsuf, you just got to go all in. You got to go all the way up to your nose and just lean all the way in, and amazing things can happen. Hashem doesn't always allow us to succeed, but in this case he did, and it was miraculous. And I just wanted to share that as we look over the coast and the sun on the morning, third day, Hol HaMoed Sukkot, Tishrei 18. Amazing things can happen, folks. All the best.